Sister Suzy Antoun-Two, the daughter of the Most High from rivers of living water. I just want to talk with you today about a subject which is very, very important for the end time. And I'm going to give him a title of the two ministries of the end time. I'm talking about two ministries. I'm going to probably divide them into two times. But the first one, we're going to talk about the ministry, which is God's children, the sons and daughters of the Most High in the end time. And then we're going to talk about the second ministry, which is probably allowed by God. God is the creator and sustainer and maintainer, and He's everything. I do not really accept that we put in competition God and Satan. They are not in competition. God is allowing that ministry of darkness to work on the end time. We're going to speak about that next time. But today we're talking about the ministry of Elijah. And why specifically of Elijah? It's not an Old Testament subject. It's a New Testament subject, actually. Jesus had been asked by his disciple several times, like example Mark 9:11, and the disciple asked him, saying, "Why do the scribes say that Elijah must come first?" And then Jesus answered and told them, "Indeed, Elijah is coming first and restore all things. And how is written concerning the Son of Man that he must suffer many things and be treated with contempt." And in Mark 9:13, Jesus said, "But I say to you, Elijah has also come, and they did to him whatever they wished, as it is written of him." And continue to say, "He will also go before him in the Spirit." And he's talking here about John the Baptist, who came before the first coming of the Lord, and he walked before the Lord. This is the second coming of the Lord that we are expecting, and then Elijah should come and do things into the end time before the second coming. So that's what Jesus was trying to explain to the disciple, and the faith of the Jew, that they're believing that Elijah is coming, and even into one of their feasts, they put a chair and they're waiting, and the door, I think, open, something like that, to wait for Elijah to come. They always put a chair for him. They are waiting for him to come. And he said to them, "He will also go before him in the spirit and power of Elijah, to turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready the people, ready a people prepared to the Lord." So this is part of the preparation of the church, of the bride of Jesus Christ, that Elijah will come and be ministering into the end time. And one other event on Luke 9 and verse 54, the disciples, we talk about that before, John and James, they were a bit upset about the people from Samaria that didn't accept the Lord, and said to him, "Would you like that we command fire to come down from heaven and consume them, just as Elijah did?" And James, the book of James 5:17, is talking about Elijah, saying that he was a man with a nature like ours, and he prayed earnestly that it would not rain, and it did not rain on the land for 3 years and 6 months. Now, so what is our thoughts here? If we look at the story of Elijah in the beginning and what was said about him, Elijah, he just suddenly appeared. We don't know where he's coming from, or didn't introduce him as a prophet, or they didn't tell who his family and all that. It's just 1 Kings 17, chapter 1, "And Elijah the Shebite, of the inhabitant of Gilead, said to Ahab, As the Lord God of Israel lives, before whom I stand, there shall be no dew nor rain these years except at my word." So he starts by just appearing in front of the king Ahab, and he started to go for that challenge. The Lord is executing punishment on the Israel nation because Ahab and his wife and what they did. And then we go after this word. It's just kind of confrontational and strong, powerful word from the prophet of God, the man of God. And then he went and disappeared, and we see all the stories of Elijah after that, very, very smooth and nice. He's just preparing the church, I guess. On that time he disappeared, and he went to be alone for a period of time when he was fed by the raven and bread, and then he went to this widow and her son, and she prepared the cake. It's all smooth. It's about the preparation of the church gently and nicely. And then the resurrection of the woman after that he revived the widow's son. All the stories, and who built for him a place, a room, an upper room to stay there. He gave her a son by a word, and then the son died. He resurrected again, until we meet him again into the king, 1 King 18, and he said he came to present himself to Ahab, and he said to him, God said to him, go and tell him that I will send the rain on the earth. And on that time there was a big famine for 3.5 years. Brother and sister, this is a story that we're talking about here. The spirit of Elijah, which will come on the end time, is not for preparing a gentle and a smooth church and be feeding her, caring about her, taking care of her, mending the wounds of the church.